What is up, guys and gals? This is Brandon tuning back in, and today is going to be the start of a video series that it's going to be an ongoing video series, but I'll just list this as part one of the solar mining experiment. Obviously, this is probably not going to be the most optimal way of going about it, or the cheapest way, most expensive way. It's just going to be a way. I have a spreadsheet with some basic ideas and some items that I've picked out on Amazon. I already own a couple of the pieces that I need, and I'm kind of just going to go through that with you guys together, so if you're interested in that kind of thing. But yeah, basic idea is I want to get a mining rig up and mining on solar only. So yeah, let's jump over here and see what we can't find. Boom. Okay, that's not the camera I was looking for, but that's fine. How y'all doing? Yeah, what's up? Alright, where are we at? Boom, there's the camera I needed. Okay, so, can you guys see this? Yeah, okay, you can. This is the spreadsheet, just some basic information to highlight what we got going on. The first thing is we're going to talk about the solar panels. I'm looking at doing 100-watt panels, and I found these on eBay. I've also found a couple other ones on Amazon, but for about 80 bucks a piece, it looks like you can get a 100-watt 12-volt solar panels. So I'm going to take those. I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up doing 3 panels, but at $80 per 100 watts. Right now, where I live, we get about 10 hours on average of sunlight. This month it's more like 12 to 14, but I'm just trying to bring it down a little bit. Obviously, I know in the wintertime it's severely less, but I'm just talking about right here, right now, average sunlight. North Carolina in the U.S. 10 hours of sunlight. So we're looking at generating about 1 kilowatt per day off of one panel. Now, if we get 3 panels at 100 watts a piece, that's looking at generating 90 kilowatts per month. So just to put that in perspective. Now, the test system I'm going to be using is a GTX 1660, a single card for right now, and a Celeron G3900, and just using a kilowatt meter with a severe undervolt, or pulling the power back on that 1660. Looks like I'm going to be pulling about 90 watts total. So in 24 hours, that would be right at 2.16 kilowatts per day. And that generates, give or take, about 50 cents a day. Boom. Okay, so now that it burns 2.16 kilowatts per day, it also generates $15 a month. Just some more information there. And we need some kind of battery for our load cell, because we're not going to be feeding directly to the machine, because we want to try to mine 24 hours a day. The batteries in question here, there's some deep cycle batteries that are for sale locally to me. They're $49, and they're 89 amp hour rated batteries, and that comes out to 1,075 watts of potential energy. And using the 80% rule, that means I could get about 800 watts out of these batteries, and then before I would need to actually charge them up. The charge controller I was looking at was only a 10 amp charge controller, but I think I'm actually going to bump that up to a 30 or 40 amp charge controller so I can put more panels on there. I don't know why I listed the 10 amp one. I was just trying to keep it as cheap as possible, but a 30 or 40 amp charge controller is only about $10 or $15 more, so not huge there. Now, I did want to show you guys, I do already have an inverter here, and I was unsure if this was a pure sine or not, so I looked up the part number online. It's a 1500 watt, but come to find out it's a modified sine wave inverter. And after doing a lot of research, because I was always told only use pure sine, but it looks like if I'm going to be using server power supplies, they're okay with modified sine or pure sine. So since it's a mining rig and I'm going to be having the server power supplies, they're going to be doing the grunt work, and it looks like there is a little bit of like 10 to 15% loss by using modified sine instead of pure sine, but since I already own it and I don't have to buy it, it keeps a little bit of my cost down. So my total cost is going to be right around 300 bucks, going with 3 panels, 1 battery to start off with, and then the charge controller. And if I just run that single card, not running the CPU, looks like my ROI is going to be about 20 months. But what you guys are going to see is I'm going to try to grow into the setup, and I want to start off really slow. So then if I can pull more or put more cards in there to essentially like utilize all my power that I'm generating, that's even better. So that way, basically the more money I can make, the faster ROI I can get. The charge controller, I was actually that's the 12 amp or the 10 amp. Here's the 30 amp. It's $14.99. Pretty simple stuff there. I'm going to show you guys how I'm hooking it up, and everything's going to be videoed along the way. What was this right here? Oh, that was just some more inverters I was looking at. There were some batteries, nothing crazy there. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I got going on. I'm going to have this set up in my garage, and I'm going to leave my garage vented because I will have a battery that's going to be constantly being discharged and charged throughout the day, and don't want anything bad happening. Obviously don't want to do it inside because a battery exploding could be like catastrophic. But I did want to show you guys one more thing, and I don't know. Okay, there's the panel. I guess that's pretty much it. So let me bump this back over here. Bam. Actually, I can use this camera. We're getting a little bit of better light right there. So if you guys are interested in following along, just make sure I'm gonna make a new playlist for this. It's gonna be called the Solar Mining Project, and yeah, my hope is that I can get multiple 1660s, mainly those cards, because I can get those things to run in that 60-ish watt range, and they seem to be pretty happy and still making quite a bit of money. Actually, that's what I'll bring up here. Let me show you guys on what to mine, what a 1660 is doing. So let's go to what to mine. Now, 1660 calculate is doing 59, 58, 53 cents a day. So there's a couple coins that are doing over 50 cents a day. So basically, the more money we can make off that 1660, the better. I have a 1660 in this rig, and I had it down, had the wattage pulled down on it, and it was doing pretty good at like 75 to 80 watts, but I think I can pull a little bit more power just to get it in that good range. A couple other cards I was thinking about doing is, like, for example, right here I have a 1050 Ti, but for what they make, a 1050 Ti is going to burn 50 watts. I don't really think from my past experience, I can't get these much lower than about 45 to 50 watts, and they only generate about 25 cents a day. So I don't think that's necessarily the most efficient card to mine with. And then a lot of people were like, what about 1650s? Because I was asking around, and I do have a 1650 here. This is one of the ones that does need an external plug. It's like the overclock edition, and just doing a little bit of testing, this card is not it's not very happy below 50 watts either. I think that's kind of like a minimum threshold for most cards, just what they need to get up and going. And it generates 30% less than a 1660. So I think a 1660 non-TI is going to be the way to go. I'm going to get my hands on a TI and just for comparison, but actually let's look at that right now here. If we can get a 1660 Ti and it pulls almost the same amount of power, that may end up being a better card to go with. Let's see what it makes compared to a 1660. See, 57 cents, 56, 56, 55. It makes almost the same as a regular 1660, so I'm not even going to bother with that. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited about it, so I hope you guys are too. And I don't know why I did that. Just clicking all over the place, clicking the wrong things. But if you have any recommendations, I know my math was super rough, and I know I'm probably, some things are not going to work like I intend to, but that's why I want to video it and document everything. So the next video will probably be me getting some stuff in and starting to assemble it. But if you do have anything experience-wise, I know there's a couple guys that used to watch my channel. I don't know if they still do. I think it was like Bobby's Solar. guys, please contact me, hit me down below, and I would love for some feedback and some information on anything that's going on. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this. More to come. This was part 1. Look out for the rest of them. I don't know how many parts there's going to be, but I'm excited about it. I'm going to have fun with it. And obviously, guys, this is just an experiment. Please don't run out and buy like 50 million solar panels, especially if you live in an area with cheap electricity. It doesn't make any sense. Not at all. But, yeah. Yeah. Alright, guys. Have a good one. Peace. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to jump on the Discord. We got a lot of people going on, a lot of things going on over there, a lot of people going on. We have changed the way the Discord's laid out. We've changed the role system, and my phone's going off. So I'll see you next time. Discord. Bam. Bye.